How are you, everyone? My name is Shanna. I'm part of Nanaska. Today, we are here for the introductory session for the strategic level case study for November 2022 and Feb 2023. Now, I will not go into details of what we are, but will quickly give you. Nanaska is a nice institute. We would like to take a reasonable number of students, give them a very personalized service, look after them personally, and ensure they pass. So that's what Nanaska is all about. That's what Nanaska is all about. We're not the largest, but we are the institute who would like to ensure that we put our 100% effort to ensure students pass. Right? So that's the game that we would like to play. Now, in that, there is a strategic level case study exams available. There are few things that we shall get it right if you want to pass the exams, right? One of the things is SEMA has given a pre-scene for this particular exams now. Now this time SEMA pre-scene is slightly different to other usual times, which makes it interesting. So this is what the SEMA pre-scene is all about. SEMA pre-scene is a very interesting pre-scene. So we can go through this SEMA pre-scene as well. However, SEMA pre-scene is fairly boring. Therefore, going through the SEMA pre-scene might not be very interesting for you. So what we generally do is we try to give you a document. Which makes your life easier for you to go through the pre-scene. So we want to make your life easier in going through the pre-scene. Therefore, we give you a document to make your life easier to go through the pre-scene. That document is what we call KYP, which is Know Your Pre-scene. Right? So we shall look at the KYP. However, you can't understand the pre-scene very well unless you know the industry fairly well as well. But when you know the industry only, you will know the company very well. Therefore, first step is KYP, but just at the same time, we have a second step called KYI, which is Know Your Industry. KYI is also available at the same level, which what we call it Know Your Industry. So KYP and KYI are our two documents, Nanaska documents. KYP and KYI are Nanaska documents. They will help you to understand the SEMA pre-scene better. So what you see on the screen is the SEMA pre-scene now. I hope you can see it. This is the SEMA pre-scene available. It's a very nice organization that they are talking about. If you read the first line, you will have a rough idea about what kind of things they do. They are a manufacturer of domestic heating products, mainly gas boilers and air source heat pumps. So this is what they manufacture. So now this SEMA pre-scene might not be the best document for you to read. Because there are so much of information available. To make your life easier, we will give you the KYP. Other than the KYP, we will give you KYI as well. So what does KYP look like? This is the KYP that you see on the screen. So in the executive summary, you will get a rough idea about this. So on the exam day, all the questions will be based on this pre-scene. Therefore, you should know this pre-scene very well. Next week, in our next session, when we start the course, I'll explain further what this pre-scene is all about. We are in a country called NOLA. We are a developed country. We are a public listed company. I'm very happy to see that we are a public listed company, because running a public listed company is entirely a different ball game. Running a public listed company is entirely a different ball game. I work as a CEO for a public listed company, so I can share my experience of running a public listed company. Manufacturing and sale of domestic heating products. We don't do the commercial heaters. We do the domestic heaters. We do the heaters for the houses. We do the domestic heaters. We do domestic gas boilers and air source heat pumps. So what are they? What do you mean by gas boilers and air source heat pumps? Now, if you go into a European country, some of the countries where we will appreciate and say great, amazing, super, perfect, and all that, they are not lucky enough to have the weather conditions that's available elsewhere. So if you look at countries like even Sweden, during the year you will have quite a high spread in the temperature. Temperature of a certain month, the lowest temperature and the highest temperature gap is fairly high. Spread is fairly high. So you need some mechanical system to make you comfortable. Even if you take a day, the temperature spread is fairly high. Right? So there will be a winter period where you might see the sun only for 1 hour in the entire day. In the winter period, you might see the sun only for a 1 hour for the entire day. So you have your morning sun coming in at about 11:30, and 1 o'clock sun is gone. Again, the darkness is there. So when you look at a situation like that, your temperature levels outside are not really helpful for you. So temperature outsides are not really helpful for you. So you need some domestic heating systems available. Otherwise, you can't run the show. You need some domestic heating systems available. Now, what is mentioned in the pre-scene is what is mentioned in the KYP. Everyone, can you see this slide? Introduction to the company. If you can see, can you please say yes, 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 and yes? Thank you very much. Very good, very good. We'll concentrate on that. We have the gas boilers. So boiler is very simple concept that is available. Boiler is this is what a boiler is. Boiler is a very simple concept available. So boiler will run on fuel. Or it might run on natural gas, whatever, but there should be a power source coming in. And there might be electric boilers available, the boilers that are run on electricity. So boiler will generate heat. It will heat the water. That heated water will keep your house warm during the winter period. So this is something that people can't live without. I mean, if you are not in a country where weather conditions are like that, you might not really appreciate it. Otherwise, you will not be able to live without it. So this is what a simple boiler means. Of course, you might have boiler somewhere. Now, boiler might be placed in various different locations. You might have a boiler just outside the house that you might fix a boiler. After fixing the boiler outside the house, you might use that boiler to heat the water, and then the water will come in and heat your house. So it might be an underground system. Now, if you go into most of these countries, the heat pipes, the water pipes are underground. When you build the house, the first thing that they do is they ensure boiler is there, they ensure heat pipes are there, So your house will get warm. First layer of the house is there. On top of that, you can have the flow area coming in. You can have the flow area coming in. Now, don't forget, in those countries, the person who's going to build the house will never worry about what kind of boilers are being used, what kind of technology is being used. The house owners will not worry. House owners will not worry. Now, unless you know that setup, you will find it difficult to understand the pre-scene, because the pre-scene says we don't sell these boilers to individual houses. That is true. Because in those countries where the requirement is there, the contractor, the person who is going to build the house builder will decide it, buy it, fix it, and give it to the house owner. Now, house owner can't go and open it and do the changes. That's not allowed. House owner can't do that. So the boiler is a simple system in that sense. So we have two different products. If you remember right from the pre-scene, we have a boiler. So boiler will run on power, might be electricity, might be gas, and it will generate heat. It will heat the water, and that water will shower. Water will bring the warm to the house, to the entire house. It will ensure it is spread nicely. It is properly distributed throughout the house. So that is done at the time of the construction of the house. Now, heat pump is different. So those are the two products we manufacture, right? Those are the two products that we manufacture. Heat pump is different. Heat pump won't generate heat. Heat pump won't generate heat, right? Heat pumps are different concept, where they will take power either from the air, or they will take power either from the ground, and based on that, they will convert the hot environment to a cold environment, which is what air conditioner would do, or they will convert the cold environment to a hot environment. That is what a heat pump will do. That is what a air conditioner will do. Air conditioner is one side of, but if you go into those countries, sometimes your temperature is very high, sometimes temperature is very low. So you need to have the heat pumps who will be able to function for both sides. You need to have the heat pumps who will be able to function for both sides. In the winter period, the cold air, they need to convert it to hot. In the summer, they need to convert the hot air into the cold. So heat pump is a different technology. Boilers is a different technology. And these are the two products that we do manufacture. These are the two products that we manufacture. So there are enough companies who are doing this. These are very basic product available in most of the regions. So if you go in the KYP, you can go into operations overview. If you do read operations overview, of course you don't need to read it alone. I am here to help you by doing the videos and sharing with you. So I'll do the videos and share with you. Then you will realize it is a simple, straightforward situation that you need to be aware. So you can start going through, but I'll be coming there to help you. So don't forget, our boilers are gas boilers. We don't have electrical boilers, right? We have gas boilers, and our heat pumps are air source heat pumps available, right? So you got to know about the technology a little bit as well. What's the technology available? So what we are planning to do is we are planning to have a industry expert come in very early this time. Industry expert will come very early this time. He will explain to you what's happening in the kind of the industry very early. Maybe second day towards last bit of it, you will have the industry expert coming in. So these are daily temperature month-wise in our country. Our country is no alert, developed country. Can you see? 5 Celsius in January to 20 Celsius in July. So you have a spread. This is the monthly average spread. But then don't forget, there's a daily morning to evening, there is a major spread available as well. right? So ground source heat pumps, how they will work. Ground source heat pumps, how they will work, right? So either environment is cold, then they will give the heat. Environment is hot, then they will give the cold. Then they will give the cold. So this heat pump will do the dual functions. Actually, it's the same function. If you look at an air conditioner, what an air conditioner will do, yes, we use power sources for the air conditioner, but the air conditioner is not giving you the cool because of the power that you are connecting to it. You connect the power to run the compressor, but the air conditioner will give you the cool because they convert the hot air into cool. That is not done by the power that is not done by the electricity that you are going to give it to the air conditioner. So air conditioner will not run on the electricity. Of course, you can't run the air conditioner without the electricity because there's a compressor. Compressor will need to compress and release it. But the air conditioner, key function of the air conditioner is not from the fuel, is not from the electricity that you are going to give it to. So air conditioner is a heat pump. So these heat pumps will never generate power. So what do? Only thing that heat pumps will do is they will kind of convert from one to the other, take from one place and go and take it to other place. If you take air conditioner, you have external unit in the air conditioner. If you go and touch the air conditioner external unit, it is hot because the hot air inside the room taken and take it out, and they have put the cold air in. So this is the industry that we are going to talk about. I am sure both of us, you and me, will learn a lot of things by trying to go through in this industry. No, I don't know. I think you know what district heat is. District heat is the government. The government will have a central heating system for the entire city. That entire city's entire heating requirements are looked after by the government. So what the government will do? Government will have one physical location where the heat is generated. The entire community in the entire city will get the heat through pipelines coming in. So this is what you call it, the district heat. This is certainly available in the pre-heat. That is why we have taken it up and given it here as well. So I'm not trying to go through this industry on my own now. The global residential heat pump market size. Well, you can see it depending on the country where you are in. You might appreciate, you might not appreciate it, right? And the carbon dioxide emission is a huge issue as well. Carbon dioxide emission is a huge issue as well. From the oil, gas, and the heat pumps, carbon dioxide emission is an issue. As a country, Nolan, we have committed to be zero carbon emission in next 5-6 years. So that will be an issue on the exam day that we need to be aware. So this is what the pre-scene is all about. Of course, don't worry about financial ratios. Can you see? We are given the financial numbers here. We are a nice company. No, we make a net profit of 97 million for a revenue of 756 million. Well, we have a nice net profit margin, right? More than 10%. Nice net profit margin, right? And then we have kind of fair amount of loans I can see. Maybe borrowing is about 200 million, but you don't need to worry about calculating ratios and all that. We have calculated net profit as 12%, gearing as 32%. So all the ratios we have calculated and given it to you. So this is the starting point of our course when we start the course from the next week. Today I'm just trying to introduce you to the course so you do understand what we are trying to go through. KYI is there for you to learn the industry. Unless you learn the industry, you will not be able to learn about the company. So here, let's talk about technical types that we are talking about. Boiler, fuel source. What is the fuel source for the boiler? Advantages of the boiler, disadvantages of a boiler. We need to go through everything there. Heat pump. What is the source, advantages, disadvantages? So we'll have to go through all that. We'll have to go through all that. Can you see? Can you see? Right? So in a house, you will have a system. Can you see in this house? You have the heating systems that are done inside the house to keep the warm distributed throughout the house. Right? So KYI is an interesting document without a doubt, because that's an opportunity for you to learn about the industry. You got to learn about the industry. So there are things that you never knew. I'm sure you will learn a lot of new things. I will learn a lot of new things. I'm sure you will learn a lot of new things as well. So let's do it together, my dear friends. Let's do it together. I'm not trying to go through the entire KYI because it's a lone KYI. So this is a situation in the UK, right? Uh, so it's a loan document, but I'll do some videos and send it to you. I'm sure you will find it easy to get an idea about it. There are a lot of companies who are doing similar. Kensa Group. There are a lot of companies who are doing similar products. So you will be able to learn about them as well. So this is where we start the game. We start the game with KYP and KYI. We start the game with KYP and KYI. Right? I'm very sorry. The session is full. There would have been some members who can't come in because the session is full. So there's a maximum limit that we can accommodate in the software. We have exceeded that. I have been getting messages from admin to tell you all. Some people might not be able to. Some people might be thrown out of it. So don't worry. The recorded version is there, or we can do another chat tomorrow again. But a lot of people would not be able to join. So those who, if you know anyone who could not join, please ask them to send us a message. We will share the recording with you all, so we can take it up. So session is full today, unfortunately. uh, okay, so now we need to learn about this industry. We need to learn about this company. You need to create some interest. You need to create some interest to learn about. Now don't tell me, oh my gosh, how do I understand? No, it'll be nice to understand something that you did not understand before. It'll be nice to learn something new. Now, what's the purpose of doing SEMA if you're not going to learn something? No, this can be an added advantage. I'm not trying to say you can repair air conditioners after doing this course. I'm not trying to say you can make boilers after doing this course. You can't. But it'll be nice to contribute for a discussion of a subject that you never knew by doing this case study as well. So it'll be fun. I'm really excited about it. I'm sure you will be the same. So it'll be fun to learn about something new. It'll be fun to learn about something new. Now, after we do these two, KYP and KYI have two more sections available. I have two more sections available. That is what you call GR and DD. GR stand for ground rules. GR stand for ground rules. GR stand for ground rules, where we will tell you all the rules available in study, all the rules available in doing the exam papers, the rules that are coming from SEMA. More than that, we will tell you the rules of success from the students that got a very high marks working with us. So we know what they have been doing to get a very high mark. We'll tell you what those rules are, ground rules. Deep dive is an in-depth analysis, it's a deep dive, in-depth analysis of the precinct. Then the most critical part that is coming in. Most critical part, I'm not saying, sorry, can't say most critical part, but some people are waiting to see this. Refresh theory, where we do E3, P3, and F3, all three subjects with you. Don't worry. My job is to educate you on E3, P3, F3. I'll do that. Leave it to me. You don't need to go through, you don't need to start to go through your documents on your own. I will do it. That is what you call refresh theory, E3, P3, F3. Those who are from FLP, join on those discussions. It'll be nice. You are here to learn something new, right? Or do you want a certificate for the knowledge that you have? Or do you want to learn something new and get a certificate? I'm sure you want to learn something new and get a certificate. So FLP gentlemen and ladies, don't worry. My job is to cover E3, P3, F3, and I'll be doing that. I'll be doing that. Then you have a section called practice. You have a section called practice. You have a section called practice. So that's a question. Refresh on E3, P3, F3 will be great because some here went straight to SCS. I'm assuming you have not done anything else. I'm assuming you're directly coming into SCS and doing E3, P3, F3. So don't worry, that will be covered. Anyway, next section is called practice. I'll give you a mock paper that comes very soon, that comes in the second class. I'll give you a mock paper and the answers. So you can go, you don't need to answer that question paper. You read the question paper and think what kind of questions come. You read the answers and see what kind of answers are there. Then you have a section called reality. Reality is from mock number 2 to mock number 6. Reality is from mock number 2 to mock number 6. You can do those mocks on the exam engine. You can do those mocks on the exam engine. We will mark each and every, I'm getting messages, you are about to reach the maximum number of attendees. Some of you all might have the troubles. I'm very sorry. We might repeat this session if needed, or we will give you the recorded version, right? Reality mocks. You can do the mocks on our exam engine. We have an exam engine very similar to CMA exam engine. I'm sure our exam engine is one of the exam engines in the world that had been used by the highest number of students. So you can go through the exam engine, do the exams on our exam engine, Nanaska exam engine. It'll be a great practice for you. We mark all your mocks, send you the marks in 48 hours, and then we do one-to-one session with you to help you to understand what your weaknesses are. To help you to understand what your weaknesses are. We'll do one-to-one sessions. Of course, then we have something called power mock. Power mock is not a mock paper that you write under exam conditions. Power mock is like all the E3, P3, F3 questions that can come, question and answers. Some people are worried about E3, P3, F3, even after I do refresh theory. So we give them a power mock. Then we give them PI. PI is possible issues. Now, possible, you can't tell me all the questions that are coming on the exam day will be in the possible issues. No. But possible issues, power mock, mock number 1 to 6, all of them will clearly cover what could come on the exam day. So rest, I'm not going to go through one-to-one, revision, all that comes in. So this is the journey that we are trying to go through. So I want to talk to you first of all for 30 minutes. Then give you a little time for you to ask questions. Then once you ask questions, once I answer them, I want to show you a different area, which we will do. So now in this course, it's very important for you to be in touch with us. That is why we have a very active LMS plus very active WhatsApp group. Very active LMS and very active WhatsApp group. We should have very active LMS and very active WhatsApp group. You should contribute into the WhatsApp group. You can't just go and read everyone else's message. You should contribute. Contribute doesn't mean going and saying thank you very much, good article, good video. That is not contribute. Contribute is you upload an article to the WhatsApp group. You share a video to the WhatsApp group. Generated Okay. I had a little trouble with the power. I changed it to a generator now. Can you see me and hear me? Can you see me and hear me now? After the generator is switched on? Super. Very good, very good. So WhatsApp group should be active. You need to actively participate in the WhatsApp group. LMS. In our learning management system, you will have all the lectures recorded, which means you can go at any time and listen to the lectures. And all the documents that are there in the LMS, KYP, KYI, ground rules, deep dive, refresh theory, practice, reality, power mock, possible issues, one-to-one, all those are available in the groups, in the LMS for you to go through and see. I am available to talk to at any time. Whenever you have a trouble, you send me a message. So I'll try to sort them out, or I'll try to sort them out for you. Vatsala is available from the admin side to help you. And each of y'all will be put into a small group of 5 to 10 students, and your group will get the separate update. We will try to create a little bit of comparison in the group. We'll get the messages for the group. We look at who is doing well in the group. Those who are behind, we'll try to push them a little, because we understand all of you guys are working full time. All of you guys are working professionals. Our job is to ensure to design a course flexible enough for the working professionals. Design a course flexible enough for working professionals. That is what we have done. Okay, my 30 minutes are over. Time for you to ask questions. After you ask questions, after I reply, I'll go to the second part. Time for you to ask questions. Please do type questions. Please do type questions, and I'll try to answer them as much as possible. Starting now. So nothing to worry how to register for the class. Simple. Just send an email to info@nanaska.com. Can I give the email address again? But I request you to send the email right now. I request you to send the email right now. Just now send the email. So by tomorrow morning, you will have everything that you want to have, right? So you can quickly go through it, right? Will you share the recorded version with those who even join the live class? Of course, yes. It's like this. Those who join the live class will get the recorded version of the live class, plus they will get other recorded lectures that was not done on live. But of course, those who join, yeah, they should, right? What are the criteria for someone to achieve the best marks in the case study? Well, there are 8 different criteria that needs to be there for you to get the highest marks in the world. This exam, they will select the highest marks in the world. So if you give it a try, you can be the highest marks in the world. This is an opportunity that you won't get every day unless you decide to go for Olympics or whatever. There not many exams are there. They will select the best in the world. Here we go. So why don't you give it a try? And I'm here to help you. And we had this one of the students from my students who got the highest marks in the world. So I'll tell you what they are. I'm not going to answer your question entirely, but I'll give you some idea. That will include things like that will include things like your typing speed. So we will do things to improve your typing speed. That will include things like how many times you are reading the pre-scene. Some people read the pre-scene one time and say, I have understood everything. When you read it for the 5th time, you realize things that you did not see when you read it for the 4th time. When you read it for the 5th time, you see new things. So we'll keep on pushing you to read it more. Likewise, there are many different criterias. Now might not be the time to say that, but don't worry. I'll share that with you when you join. Open book exam, pre-scene is available for you to read, but it's not an open book exam. It's not an open book exam. I have only one shot on this to pass SCS. What are your personal tips from you? What we must be in these coming study weeks? So what we generally do is we agree a timetable with all of you all, not only with you. We agree a timetable. We start pushing you. Have you done it? Have you not done it? When you're going to do it, what's the issue, right? So don't worry. We will push you when you join the course. Is it possible for full-time student with 2 pending OTQs to manage SCS? I'm sure yes. I'm sure yes. This course is for 6 weeks only. And 2 OTQs will be helpful for you anyway. 2 OTQs will be helpful for you anyway. The mock will exam in a similar real exam template for training purposes? Yes. Mock exams will be very similar to the ones that you are doing on the SEMA exam day. The industry seems to be a bit new and fresh. Would that make exams tough? No, it makes exams a little fun, right? We will learn something new. I will learn something new. I will learn something new, right? Typing speed need to fulfill. Yeah. So I will say that when we start, right? Where will the exams be held? Online? It's available online as well. It's available online as well, right? So there was a question that I missed. Someone saying that I missed a question. How did I miss that question? Did I? MCS did not require in-depth theory knowledge, and the exams were similar to mocks. So you did. I can't. You did the exams with us, right? MCS did not require in-depth knowledge. So MCS did not require in-depth theory knowledge, and the exams were similar to mocks. Is this the same for SCS? Of course, yes. SCS, so I was about to say that on the SCS day, there will not be any very less theories that will be tested, but a very practical questions that will be there on the exam day. Very practical questions that will be there on the exam day. Live sessions will be weekly during the weekend. Recorded videos will come in during the week, but I'm sure you can watch them whenever you want. You can watch them whenever you want, right? Okay. So now can I go back to my second part that I wanted to cover? Let me try to cover that. So I work as a CEO of a public listed company, which is the real advantage for me to teach the case study subject. SEMA is very, very specific. No theories to be tested. If you write theories, you will fail. SEMA is very, very specific on that. All the questions that you get on the exam day are very, very practical questions. All the questions that you get on the exam day are very, very practical questions. They are very similar to the questions, the issues I have faced as a CEO in the organization or in my early organization. They are the ones that I'm going to share with you. Those stories are the ones that will be helpful for you to directly pass the exam. So don't worry about it. It'll be fun. Secondly, from my side, I am part of the SEMA Global Council, which gives me an advantage in trying to ensure you pass. At Nanaska, we believe if you fail, we fail. Therefore, we will do whatever that takes to ensure you pass. And during the course, we'll be in touch with you, ask you what the status, how is it going, unless you block us, right? You can block from the reminder. If you do block from the reminder, we won't send you SMS and WhatsApp messages and Telegram messages. Otherwise, you will keep on getting the update. And because we want to ensure you pass. And during the session, whenever you have trouble, we can have a chat and we'll be able to help you. We'll be able to help you. We have a team who is there to get it done. We have a team who is there to get it done. On the exam day, questions will come from 5 main areas. On the exam day, questions will come from 5 main areas. Those 5 areas are called co-activities. On the exam day, there are 5 co-activities from which questions will be tested. Develop business strategy, evaluate business ecosystem, recommend financing strategies, evaluate and mitigate risk, recommend and maintain sound control environment. Those are the 5 areas out of which questions will be given to you. Simple. First one, develop business strategy. There will be questions given to you from developing business strategy. Second one, evaluate business ecosystem, business environment. There will be questions that will be given to you from the second area, B, business environment and business ecosystem, evaluating. Questions from that. Recommend financing strategies. 5 areas are available. Each area has an equal weightage of minimum of 15% of the paper, maximum of 25% of the paper. So all the areas will be given minimum of 15. Nothing will be, no areas will be tested more than 25. But of course, all 5 areas you can't test 25, no? Then it will be 125. So some areas 25, some areas 15, and they will average it out. Some areas 25, some areas 15, they will average it out. Right? So this is the core game. This is part of the ground rules. Now, when you say develop business strategy, not very clear, no? Not very clear. So don't worry. Develop business strategy, core activity A is again divided into 4 areas. I can evaluate strategic options. I can recommend strategic options. I can evaluate acquisitions. I can recommend respond to opportunities and threats arising from the digital technologies, with the IoT, with the artificial intelligence. What is the impact to me? How do I respond to the threats? How do I capture the opportunities available coming from the blockchain, coming from the artificial intelligence, coming from the IoT, coming from the cloud computing? All of those will be available within this area as well. So this is what we call dividing co-activity A into sub-areas. Similarly, co-activity B also divided into 5 sub-areas. I can recommend KPIs that encourage sound strategic management. Right? So likewise, all the 5 co-activities are divided into sub-areas, which you will find interesting. Can you remember? Can you see? I can evaluate and mitigate cyber risk. Cyber risk is a huge area, which I will do a detailed discussion for about 3 hours to educate you on the cyber security. We talked about pen testing, penetration testing. We talked about the relevant games that are available in the cyber security there. SEMA, the questions are very practical, no theory questions. SEMA is not trying to build a finance professional. SEMA is trying to build a good CEO. However, SEMA is a finance-based qualification. Here we go with the co-activity C, where areas of finance. I mean, we are not pushing you to do hardcore financing, but you should know how to source finance, whether to go for debt or whether to go for equity. You should know how to decide dividend policy. You should know how to value a business. Certain basic finance functions you can't avoid. So we will teach them, and examiner will set questions from them as well. Right? So this is the end of my second part. I'm trying to summarize now. The second part is only 15 minutes. Right? So I have taken now 45 minutes. I have 15 more minutes. I'm taking only 1 hour today. I have 15 more minutes. I've taken 45 minutes. Drink some water. Drink some water. It's a good health practice. Drink some water. Right. The case study this time is interesting. You will learn a lot that you was not aware before. It's a company who is manufacturing heat pumps and the gas-based boilers. It's in a nice developed country. We will learn about the country situation. We'll learn about these products, how do they work. I'm going to explain, and my industry expert is going to come next week. So that's why we are trying to do the KYP and KYI is the first stage. Then we jump into deep dive and ground rules. Deep dive are in-depth analysis into the pre-scene. We challenge the pre-scene. In the deep dive, we challenge the pre-scene. In the ground rules, we'll tell you what the 5 core activities are. We'll tell you what the typing speed required. We'll tell you how to increase the typing speed. We'll tell you when you get stuck on the exam day for a difficult question, how to face to it. If you don't understand the question, what to do. If you find it very difficult, what to do. Whenever your temperature goes up, when you are in quite a panic mode, what to do. all those will be available in the ground rules. Refresh theory is good for everyone because that will be a refresh on E3, P3, F3. Then we go into a mock paper, question paper, and answer for you to get a good idea about what kind of questions will come. Then you have mock number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to be done on the exam engine, very similar to SEMA exam engine. We will give you one-to-one feedback. We'll send you the marks in 40 hours, 48 hours. One by one, we go through and say, don't do this, do it more. You should be improving your knowledge on this area. This area, you're doing great. Congratulations, how to improve. All that will be done. Right? My name is Channa Gunawardhan. I am from Nanaska. We are here to ensure you pass the exams this time and close the SEMA game. SEMA is really a great organization. We are at SEMA. We are trying to kind of guide you not to be a hardcore finance professional, but how to be a better CEO. That's our view. We are not believing in putting so much of theories inside. We are believing in helping you to resolve practical problems. That's what SEMA is all about. That's what we are pushing at SEMA. I'm part of the council in UK. But here, exams represent exactly the same. I mean, obviously it has to, right? If you believe in a practical CEO, you can't give theory questions, right? So let's try. Of course, there are certain theories, E3, P3, F3. I'll do a refresher. So you don't miss it. You don't miss it. If you're not from the finance field, join us, be happy, because you will learn something new. I mean, this qualification is there for you to learn something new and get a certification, right? So I want you to join with us. Today is an introductory session. Send us an email at info@nanaska.com. I write down the email address again here, nanaska.com. So you will be able to do your registration quite fast with us and start the session. My mobile number is there as well. There's a question: one-to-one session for all the mocks? Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yes. Right? So that's all from my side. Questions. Second round of questions from you. The weekly class will be on weekend. Yes, but it will be recorded and you can go through and watch it. During the week, you can ask questions from it. During the week, when you watch it, you can ask questions from it. And there are other videos coming in during the week which were done outside your class, right? So it's not only the class videos that are recorded and sent. If it's online, are we supposed to do it from home or should we go to exam center? You can do it from home as well. Don't worry, the cameras are on. You need to take pictures of the table, on the table, roof, below the table, send it to them. There's someone watching you the entire 3 hours. So the controls are good. So I have time to answer questions. If no questions, we can say goodbye and meet you in the first class. How many mocks will be marked? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 mocks will be marked. Of course, this time you are going to get additional 2 or 3 mocks, but that we'll talk later. You will get this time, I think you will get 6 mocks. Out of that, 5 will be marked. You will get additional 2, 3 mocks. That, let's not discuss it now. You will get it later. Can you provide some reading material to prepare for SCS? Reading material to prepare for SCS. I don't know whether you have time to read additional reading material. I don't know, but we will give some reading material. We'll send you more videos. I will do the analysis live or the recorded version, so you don't need to allocate a lot of time. You might not have time. Of course, you need to read things. You need to read the KYP. Of course, there are videos available. Should you read new past papers? Past papers, you can read, but it's from a different industry. So I have done the videos on the past papers. In the video, I have taken non-industry specific matters that are applicable for you all. So you can watch the videos of mine on the past papers instead of reading past papers. Reading past papers might be confusing. Old case study might be a cow farm. Old case study might be a hotel. So you might get confused. Where are these videos? Learning Management System, LMS. All the videos will be available in the LMS. Yes, the classes, our admin team will let you know different times for different people, but we are starting tomorrow, I'm sure. So, guys, thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for joining. KYP, KYS sharing with us. Of course, all the documents are done to share with you all. Where they will be available, LMS. Thank you very much for joining. I'm looking forward to see you. Waiting to see you to start the session. Let's do a perfect session. You commit from your side. I am fully committed. I want your commitment. You can't say you don't have time to study. You need to study 1 hour a day. You need to study 1 hour a day. You can't excuse from this. SEMA is a well recognized qualification. If it won't come entirely free, you need to do the work. We will push you to do the work. But please commit your side. I'm fully committed. Let's work it out together. Then I'm sure we can say goodbye to SEMA in this time, and then you can concentrate on something else. My mobile number is there, and we can be in touch. So you can send a message to admin, they'll give you the timing and all that. Good night, goodbye, please be in touch. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining. Good night, goodbye. Uh, Rest of the matters we can take it up in the Telegram group this time, not WhatsApp group. I'm also trying to get adjusted, and since no questions, we'll end it. See you tomorrow. Please send the registration email now. info@nanaska.com. Send the email now. Do register. Looking forward to see you tomorrow. Good night. Goodbye. Please be safe. Take care.